Hey guys, what's going on? It's Uncle Tone. How are you guys doing? Today I'm going to have my full review for you guys on the Dunu DN-19 Tai Chi headphones from the very cool people over at Dunu TopSound. I'm going to preface this review by saying there's a whole lot included with these headphones, and I'm going to do my best to get through it as quickly as I can. I couldn't find these available for purchase on Amazon right now. I'm not sure if they're coming back into stock or not. But if you do a little searching around online, you can pick these up. They're about $120 to $140 approximately. So I'm going to base my review based on that price of the $120 to $140 price range. So without further ado, let's crack into them and see what you get. Dunu's got a little bit of a different thing going on here with these. And I'll explain that as we go along here. Inside the box, you are, of course, going to get a carrying case. Dunu always includes one of these, most of the time anyway, includes one of these metal hard shell carrying cases, which are very cool. And then here we have the headphones themselves. They are in-ear headphones with the ear hooks, as you can see. You can, of course, use them without the ear hooks. However, I highly recommend you use them with it, because they just seem to work better that way. Cool beans. So we'll move that off to the side. Here we have the headphones themselves. We'll get to that in a second. Also included, you're going to get a leatherette style carrying pouch. And inside said carrying pouch, you're going to get an airline splitter and a 1/4 inch adapter inside there. Cool beans. Also included is a little microfiber cleaning cloth with a little Dunu logo on it for cleaning your headphones. Cool beans. It's actually a pretty darn decent size for a microfiber cloth that's included. And then we have this plastic case, which is where all the magic happens. And then you have a maintenance record, and then your frequency response guide, and so on and so forth. And it shows you how to use the little plugs here that are inside this package that I'm about to explain to you. Cool beans. So that is everything that is in the package. Now, what Dunu has gone ahead and done here is basically made a tunable headphone, in that using the different dampers and tips included with these in this little tuning kit here, you can adjust the sound of these kind of to your preference, whether you like them bassier or whether you like them more neutral sounding. Really cool idea in theory. In execution, however, it's not quite perfect. They did a great job, but it's not quite perfect. So inside the package here, you're going to get two different types of tips. You're going to get the black tips, which are meant to be used without the dampers, as well as the gray tips, which are meant to be used with the dampers. Here we have a little package of dampers. These little dampers are going to go inside these little portholes you see here on the headphones themselves. They are meant to go in there. They are a pain in the butt to stick in there. I lost two of them on the floor before I managed to get them both in, but there you go. I'm pretty sure I vacuumed them up a while ago too, because I was vacuuming in here and I heard some tinkle, tinkle, tinkling and crackle and snapping going on in the vacuum. You're also going to get an extra pair of ear hooks, as well as a shirt clip. I know these aren't tuning items, but they're inside the thing, so we'll mention them now. There you go. So basically, out of the box, they're going to come to you with the black tips on them and no dampers. This is meant to be the bassier version of these headphones. They provide you with a fairly rich, fairly deep bass. Bass heads will probably love them. They are, however, a little bit slow. It's not really fast bass in that it can recover quickly, but they are pretty good, you know. So there you go. Then if you want a more neutral sound, you can simply change these black tips to these gray tips, like so. Add the dampers in here, and then you get a more neutral sounding headphone. And what this does is basically reduces the level of the bass somewhat, and makes them less bassy and more neutral sounding. It works pretty well. But I did notice that with the dampers in, the mids and highs seemed a little bit muffled, a little bit more muffled. With them out and with the black tips, they sounded pretty good, but they did sound a little bit overpowered by the bass, but that was kind of the whole point in having a bassier version, so I was willing to overlook that. However, when you put the dampers in with the gray tips, you kind of got, they seem to be just a little bit muffled. Like they just weren't quite as clean and clear and bright as they were before. So kind of a cool, kind of a different headphone. One thing I do want to mention is the build quality of these is great. I was super excited about this silver cable. This silver cable is really, really neat. It really catches your eye. It's really sharp looking. And it is actual silver. They did use actual silver in this cable, as you can see, which is kind of neat. However, when I got the headphones and started using them, I immediately started disliking the cable. It is not very flexible at all. It's kind of it almost feels like a plastic coating on it or something, which really prevents it from being overly flexible, and it suffers from memory problems. What I mean by memory problems is if you leave it rolled up for an extended period of time and then you unroll it, it wants to stay in that rolled up position, so it'll kind of be like this. You see what I mean? Where it's all kind of rolled up. I never found that the cable fell in a comfortable position where it just kind of fell naturally down your front or your back, whichever way you want to rock them. And it just seemed to be kind of in the way all the time. It never really felt comfortable and out of the way, which is kind of annoying. So while I love the silver cable, I really wish it was much more flexible and not so stiff, because the stiffness really is a bit of a problem. So there you go. Other than that, that is pretty much going to do it for my review on the Dunu DN-19 Tai Chi headphones. I like them. If you're a bass head, you will probably love these headphones if you can get past the cable stiffness thing. This is not a new thing either. The Skull Candy Full Metal Jackets that I reviewed 3 years ago also had a silver braided type of cable, and it was also very, very stiff and didn't fall naturally and so on and so forth. So yeah, I mean, it had the same problem. A lot of these silver cables seem to have that. I would have liked it more, I think, if Dunu had gone with their normal black, grayish, that grayish cable they have, like on the i3CS. These gray cables here. I like these a lot more. These are a lot more flexible, less stiff, and they fall in a natural position, and so on and so forth. So having said that, they're kind of cool. Are they worth 120 to 140 bucks? I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm probably going to say not really. While I like having the ability to tune the sound of the headphones, I'll be perfectly honest with you, I really know at this point what I want out of a pair of headphones, and I prefer a more neutral sounding pair of headphones. Bassier headphones are fun to listen to sometimes if you're listening to hip-hop or, you know, rap or something like that, or modern genres of pop. Sometimes it's nice to have a bassier headphone. But generally speaking, I prefer a more neutral sounding headphone. And given the price of these at $120 to $140, I'll be perfectly honest with you, there are better sounding headphones out there for the money than these. Although the tunable feature is kind of cool, I just wish it worked better. They do sound okay, but generally speaking, when you're trying to get a headphone to do two different things, usually one or the other suffers. In this case, both a little bit. While with the dampers out, they're, you know, more bassy. The mids and trebles are a little overwhelmed by that bass. With the dampers in and the gray plugs on, they're a little less bassy, but the mids and the trebles sound a little bit muffled. So that's pretty much going to do it, guys. That about covers everything, I think. Thanks for watching. Thanks to the very cool people over at Dunu for sending these over to me for review. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to smash the like button down there if you found this video helpful. Maybe go ahead and favorite it. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Cool beans. Rock on.